get in any of our dies like bundles. So when you purchase a bundle with Stamping Up, you get 10% saving rather than purchasing this separately and this. You're purchasing together, you're going to get a saving. Now the dies comes with the ornament as well. You get a star. You get these little bits, so that's for the ornament, and you get that some embellishing as well. You could use them as just circles to adorn your card, a star and things like that. So that's what you get. Now for my color palette, I am going with Cajun Craze, Night of Navy, and Balmy Blue. So to begin with, I'm going to do some heat embossing, and I'm going to do heat embossing with these two images with both the Christmas trees. I'm going to heat emboss on designer series paper. And I'll tell you, I have not got a card already prepared, but I have got a vision in my mind, and I'm hoping that vision comes to life. But if not, we work through together and see what's going to happen here. And that's always fun. I love it. You know how I work. I just go through the process, and that is that's a bit of fun for me. So the So the paper, I just let that phone ring out because no one's got our phone number, so we know it's some spam call. And I can edit that out after. Okay, so the paper I'm using is the Everyday Skies Designer Series paper. Now, when I search the colors, it's got the colors I want in this, and I wanted to add some design to this, and it has lots of colors. This one has lots of colors, and it's perfect. It's not Christmas, but it works for my project. So it's got Asia Afternoon, Balmy Blue, and if you look here, it's got Night of Navy and lots of other colors. So use that, use whatever you've got, check your stash, and see what works. I'm going to get my, so I'm going to heat embossing gold. It's hard to see, I know, but so I'll pull this over. Let it sit for a second. I like to let it just sit and absorb that the embossing powder. So what I rubbed before, if you're wondering, is the embossing buddy, which is like a powder which just helps it, the embossing powder, from sticking where I don't want it to. The next one I'm going to stamp is on this. Okay, I can't remember where I put that powder on, so let's go this. Now I picked the one with patterns for the larger tree, so you could see the patterns through, or the stars. I haven't used Night of Navy lately. I think Secret Sea has taken over lately with the over Night of Navy. And it's just nice to be able to use Night of Navy. It's a beautiful color. It's been a bit forgotten. Which is Poor Night of Navy. It's a classic color. So I put that away. Let's get our heat gun and heat it up for a second before we die cut it. Let me finish my sentences. See, that's coming up beautifully. Just give it one over there. Just keep it going with designer series paper because you need to do that anyway. The designer series paper is a little bit, thinner or less weight than a cardstock. Right, let's get our dies. My craft room, I've been clearing up like nobody's business because I've been putting things for sale. So it's just the wrong one. I've been pricing and getting everything ready. So if you don't want like that outer, we can see how that looks on my card. But I don't mind that for this particular card because I do want a little of that little bit of that balmy blue showing, which is nice, I think. For the color, it comes up nicely. You can cut further around into it so you don't have that gap if you don't want it. But sometimes if you're doing something like that on DSP, you might like that and it might work for my card because I do want more color. That's okay. Right, and then we'll do the other one. I haven't used a lot of this paper and I think it comes up beautifully like this. Like, it's just a nice way to showcase it. Let me know, are you a traditional Christmas colors? Are you more like reds and greens? Or do you like to explore a bit of different colors and branch out a bit? Perhaps you like the different looks. I'll see how I like that, and then we can always cut into that. All right, I'll go put that in. Maybe I might like a bit of like it closer, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so I've got a Cajun Craze base. Then I use that same paper. It's the same designer series paper pack, and I've cut a matte layer for that. A piece of Night of Navy, which is going to go here. I'm probably going to emboss that. And I am following a sketch at, I love my sketches at Sketch and Scrap. So one of their past sketches. And then this is part of that Modern Christmas Suite, the designer series paper. And that's kind of going to go like that. So this was kind of the basic layout that I have. And perhaps that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to be doing a little more work to this. I do like that, but I may trim into that. I'm not feeling that straight edge. I could change. Once I cut it up, I'll go, nah, I don't like that. There's another way you can do this. You can move the die further in on one side, then move it to another side and get it closer. And that would work too. If it doesn't look good, we'll try the other way. There is no harm in trying. So I'm basically following what's there, just a bit smaller. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. I think that might be better. Maybe. All right, now I want to emboss this piece. I was thinking of embossing this, but I'm not sure what embossing I'm going to do. There's also a piece of the designer series paper. This is this very beautiful designer series paper, which has some Christmas trees on it. And it might be ideal. We could cut one of these as well. It would, just thinking out loud here. I feel to add a third tree. I might have already cut into one, so I'm trying to find the one I cut into. Probably had an idea to do that, but I hadn't. So let's do this little trio of trees here. Okay, this one, yeah, this one. Okay. And then I can kind of work out which one works best, because that may even be okay. This designer series paper is all black and white. It has some gold on one side, so it's specialty. So the specialty, you have gold on foiling on one side, and then you have the black and white, and it's beautiful. Black and white, you can do quite a lot, you know. You can World Card Making Day is on the 4th of October, which is next Saturday. You know, that's come around so quick, you kind of forget about it. It's already October. So if you want to join, so this is a free event. So I would say join. There's no need to think about it. It's just free. Register. I've got the event link on my Facebook page, or if you hop on my website, there's an event link. It's run by Stampin' Up. So it's an event that is by Stampin' Up. You just register and then you will be given all the details on how you can watch it free and be part of it. Now, if you want to create the cards and join in the event, you will need the handmade and heartfelt kit. Now, that is in our kits collection, which is online. So you don't need the kit to participate, but they will be presenting projects with that kit. So it's take a look at it online. Might even think the blue has to go in front. The night of blue, they're both blue, aren't they? The night of navy has to kind of go in front. That's too small. I think I may need another larger one of these. What do you guys think? Yeah, I'm going to do another one of these trees, and I'm going to do one in gold and one in navy, and I'm going to try the other way of, I said I wanted to die cut it and see which one is better. And this is what happens when I try things, and we play on a Wednesday. I've actually this year, I think, Faye's done quite a bit of cards, Christmas cards, which is pretty good. You know what? I forgot to put my embossing buddy, and that's why it's kind of attached to wrong bits here. It's okay. That's why you use the embossing buddy. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how I've been going with my Christmas cards, because I've got quite a few done, which is amazing. So you always end up with a big rush. I do anyway. So it's really good. And now we have the Stampin' Up Christmas retreat coming up, and in that you will make 18 Christmas cards with the snowflake, elegance pine snowflake bundle, or the suite. There will be 6 fancy folds in there too, so it's going to be so good. I've seen the projects. It is, all of us have created such different and varied projects, you are going to want to be there. Don't miss it. You can join us from anywhere in the world. So for $54.95, you can get the online content, and that gives you access to the Zoom session. That gives you access to the, if you wanted to, just if you're unable to join the Zoom, you also can watch the replay. So, and the replays are not just on Facebook, because we know Facebook deletes it after a month. So you've got it on our classroom platform as well. So, which is a dedicated website we had, and we have lots of stuff there for our members, lots of classes, lots of resources, loads and loads. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to push this a little bit this way. So I'm not having such a big border, and then I'll push it the other way, and then I'm still going to get that same look, well, in theory, and see how that goes, because I haven't used this particular tree before, and I do this with things when I do cut it accidentally wrong, but this is I'm kind of going purposely on an angle. Yeah, so you will get lots and lots of projects. Maybe it doesn't allow me to do that. Maybe we'll just stick with it. In the interest of time, I'll just go with it as is. I'm just sticking with it as is. So yeah, lots and lots of projects. So come join us. It's going to be fun. Now, if you want a kit, if you're in Australia, you have the option of getting a kit. While the kit deadline has closed for guaranteed delivery, we are still open till the 1st of October. You can still order a kit. We will do our best to get them out. It's just no guarantee that it will come prior to retreat, only because of the time with Australia Post and things like that, and we have to order the product, and it may get delayed. That's the only reason. We will do our very best to get those kits out to you. So that option is there. And when you buy a kit, you will get the content free. So you're basically getting $54.95 of content. So I have gone against everything I did this then, and I've gone with the original thing. I have the other one still, and that's not going to go to waste. That can always be there. So I'm trying to do 3 trees maybe, and I feel I needed a third one. With a gold one in the front, maybe, and at the back. All right. So for embossing this, actually, I might stamp stars on this. That's what I've thought about. There's a little star there. Let's use that star. I haven't used that one either. Playing around today. There's a die to go with this as well. So I'll stamp it in Night of Navy. Just rotate, I mean, star's pretty equal, but just rotate it around so that you can kind of get variation. And I like this. It's very smart. I feel Night of Navy is like one of those chic colors. It just ties that all in together. Yeah, that's coming together well. I feel I want to emboss that, and I'm not sure what I'm going to emboss it with. Perhaps that's too many lines. Let's go. Even a partial would be okay. I am thinking I could do even a little bit. That might not fit. Oh yeah, it will. I'll go the other way. Just a partial, just for some detail. So this is the Peaceful Greenery embossing folder. And all I want on that corner, maybe just a little bit, as a border. I had a feeling it'll move. Ugh. It's all right. Let's see. See, it does give that look. Let me I just move that. So I'm going to cut another piece. Let me see whether I can do something with that. No, I'm going to cut another piece. I will be able to use that. I'll just cut it down. But for now, I am going to cut another piece. I've got so much of this paper. And that was a silly mistake. Put some washi tape on yours when you do that. If you do something like that, don't do what I did and just run it through and hope for the best. Oh dear. It's alright, guys. I meant to bring some from my stash, my washi tape, because I've got so much. You would think, but I'm using the scrappy bits here I've got on my desk. You can use a post-it note even, yeah, actually. That should work. That's better. Right. I like that. It's it because it is a 3D. If it has that distressed look, which it has. Just be careful when you run it as well, because it does. I guess it's torn it a bit, but it's not fully torn, so it's okay. It gives a nice edge. I'm gonna go over that with Cajun Craze and bring in some Cajun Craze is such a nice color. So we'll start off the page, pick up on that embossing. See how pretty is that? I'm just bringing it down further in just to add some depth to this base piece. So I love the darker color. Looks so good. you're a fan of Cajun Craze. I love Cajun Craze. So good. Now we are going to, I'm wondering whether maybe I'll keep it on this side. So I was going to put that on the left, but as I'm looking at it, I'm feeling maybe that's good on the right. That's why don't stick it till you kind of know. I think that needs a bit of a better blend here. So this, if I'm doing it on the right, it needs a better blend. So then we've got that. We'll have that, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on that. This and that, this and that. If I put the different tree, I'm trying different things here, so you get a variation. But no. Oh. I'm also thinking if I put one behind, so you have partially that there, and you can see a little bit there. Actually, that doesn't look too bad now that I have cut that. So, see, this is how my process, I go through so many processes, guys, as I do things. Change my mind a million times. And do you do that too? Do you go yes, no? Second guess yourself, and I like to be able to, that's what I like about crafting. You just do what you feel is right and what looks good to you, and you can change your mind. It's your project. There's no right or wrong, isn't there? I like how the DSP shows underneath. It just gives that nice edge. And that's definitely got to be in the front, and I think that could be at the back, but we'll see. Maybe like that. Yeah, I think that's a better arrangement. Okay, so for the sentiment, I will stamp, because the Merry Christmas is quite large, so I think I'll go with the "'Tis the Season." I'm going to try with bringing Cajun Craze in there, because we don't have some in there. This is the textured North Stars. They go, no, that just didn't do that. After all my little thinking about it, so we'll do another one. Is that size enough? Nope. Okay. Right deal. Alright, while that is drying, before I run it through, I'm going to add some splattering on this with my dark, deep stamping blend. Is that deep enough? No, am I going with this one? Oh, maybe this. Let's see, this is SU 100. I just thought it might be nice to add some just over it. It's like, looks like berries on it. All right. So we can put that on there. Let's glue it on. Let's let's get our dye. Textured notes. Have you got this? Let me know. It's a good set. It's those. I have used it a lot. It's the rectangles. There's so many ways because there's different patterns. Like the borders have different designs on them, so it's nice to be able to use it like that. So it's not boring. They're all different. Okay, where's my top plate? Here we are. Was that straight? Yes. Okay. Where did I cut? Oh, okay. It doesn't look straight, does it? If you're looking at it upside down, it definitely doesn't look straight. Okay, and this is going to go underneath. Now, if you have a big wish list next month, starting the first I think, or second, 1st of October, I'm pretty sure, we have a great starter kit offer. As I did mention that earlier, but it is the best you have ever seen. So for $60, you pay $60, you can choose $235 of product. Or you can pay, I'm just checking because I'm also getting my head around it at the moment. You can pay $169 and get $344 worth of product. So if you just want to have a small outlay of $60, you can choose $235 worth of product. It's an amazing offer. So I'm going to work around my piece here. And I may not need 3, it just depends. So I've got this sentiment, right? So I may have to kind of work around it. I have to jig it around. Jig my arrangement. I may not even need 3. See, I plan and not need it. Got so many options. Yeah, it's good. All right. I feel the sentiment is heavy. Maybe a bit too heavy, but we'll see. You may just need the one tree after all that. We've got this guy as well, which we haven't cut. So many options. Wouldn't it be funny if I went back to the one I have not touched? Yeah, that's how crafting works. Yeah. I like that tree because it's kind of working in that spot. You know, you need trees that the one that fits the gap. And I feel this guy is just kind of too in the wrong spot. You can always flip it, right? Flip the sketch. Can we flip the sketch? We could do that too. And that would work as well. And there's nothing stopping me from doing that as well. To make it all cohesive. And that may even work better. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is cut a longer strip of this. All right. And I'm going to change that. So to make my trees work, I am doing that. So, like I said, I change my mind all the time. It started in one place and ended up in another. Well, my process, my brain. So therefore, I have like totally changed my sketch to work out with what I wanted. And that works fine. And that's just me messing around. That go there and that there. Yeah, that's better. 100 times better. Okay, I was thinking about coloring this, but I think the black and white really stands out. Because I thought, oh, if I color it in a bit of balmy blue, it might be nice. Just to bring in that. You can still do it after. So I've got a strip that goes right across the whole, like end to end of the card. So not just the matte layer, I've gone the whole 14.8. Okay, now I feel on this, I need to do something. Just a little bit of that, and that, and that, maybe that and that. All right, so I'm still tossing up which one to use. Bring in maybe, what are my three colors? Balmy blue. So a bit of balmy blue on this I think would be nice. Balmy blue is another color I used to use heaps and I haven't used it like a lot lately. It's a beautiful color. Remember when it was first introduced, like we used it like it was going out of fashion. Just a little bit of, just a touch there. That would be nice. There. It's not going to be visible much, but still, this will fit in better here because then I can't see a lot of this tree if I put that there. Okay, I've committed. On this side, I'm going to add a few splatters in balmy blue. And we can embellish as well. If you can even add splatters with your water painter and some ink refills. That works a treat because don't saturate it, but I did that on one of my cards and that works really nicely as well. Some dimensionals. Bring in our baker's twine, which is part of this, and I've used this quite a lot. I'm looking for the black one because there's a white and a black, and that's what you get. The black might be nicer for this particular card. Let's put this and that. Dimensionals. Ooh, I'm committed here. I've done. I've settled on the very first one. Okay. And another half. I think you can use the die just to cut out of, say, a designer series paper without stamping. I think that might look better than stamping and die cutting. Then you get that shape of the tree. That's just my initial, observation, I guess, of the die. Having not this being my first time working with it, that's just what I'm thinking. On my festive showcase, which I had on Saturday. If you haven't watched that, there are 3 videos up on YouTube which you can watch. I created 9 cards all up throughout the day. It was a full day and we had lots of ideas which we did, which we created. I didn't get to showcase this particular suite. There was a lot of projects and we just didn't get time. So go have a look. You will get some fun ideas, I think, there. So which would, for your Christmas crafting, is and that was my aim, to go through some of our products, share with you some fun, and get the creative juices going. Let me clean my space up here. And maybe I can do a blue. Yeah. It's a double ball. Just making sure that falls nicely. Could add that here, but I think that's just going to cover the sentiment. So I will go right here with my bow and get a glue dot. When you glue dot, these are just little bits of glue which help, especially with things like this. It's so much easier with a glue dot. So much easier. If you haven't worked with glue dots, they are amazing. I've had people come to my classes and it's like magic. They're so amazed with glue dots. It's like sometimes we say things like, oh yeah, we use a glue dot, and like I do, and I don't realize how many people have not heard of a glue dot. And what is that? I'm just going to, maybe I won't do that. I'll let it fall how it is. Try to give it a little bit of a twist. You can let it go. What do you reckon? And let's go with, oh, I love those colors. I really do. Let me know what you think. What do you like those colors? How are they sitting with you? Do you enjoy this? Are you enjoying this unusual color palette? Maybe we'll die cut some gold stars to go with. So I think they will go nicely. I'm not what do you call, I don't use a lot of golden things in my projects. I don't use a lot of specialty in that sense. Metallic, and let's do 3 stars. 3-star rating. 2, 3, approximately. I think just scatter them around would be nice. I love those colors. You could make another card with flowers with this palette, just to extend the same colors, try something else. I like doing that too. Just give you change it. One. And this, you can use this, you can add embellishments separately, but instead of, you can add this instead of embellishments as well, because it's got the gold. You don't have to use embellishments. Make your own embellishments. So in this card today, we have used lots of designer series paper. We're going with, I've shown embossed color, how to emboss on designer series paper. I've shown how to color on embossing paper and add shading. We've stamped our own background here, which was fun. Like we've altered a die in the sense of cutting around to make it a bit smaller, and use designer series paper for heat embossing as well. So altering designer series paper. So there's been a few techniques today, which I hope you've enjoyed. There. You can see just by offsetting these stars or changing the, like overlapping on the on the square and the place, so it's not exact, so it creates a bit of a nice look. I've got a bit of, you should see my desk, guys. It is mad. All right, so I had cut this out, but I think I will need a bigger piece. So let's do that, because now I changed my orientation of the paper, of the card. So I will need a bigger piece of designer series paper for my base. And I may even use this now, because you know how you saw me make that wonky by doing a bit of a mess up. We can use that piece. Excuse me. Because we can now cut that straight, cut that down, and bring in some, so that's 10. 14.3. All right, now I can use that as a nice little border for my card. You can use it for the envelope as well, but let's do it for the okay, let's do that. Let's see what I can do, because it's a stripy paper, you can't really cut it on an angle, but we can do something. Trim that on the top so to make it more straight. Right, so 10 by 14.3. And that's fine. All right, so we've got that piece, and I will add some blending onto that. And then I'm just going to put a strip of Night of Navy, I think would be nice there. Okay. Right. That'll bring in nicely the colors together. Hey Rosie, how are you? Are you having a good day? I've been messing around here. We're going through process today. I've changed my mind. I've done some. I'm gonna use this for the front of the card. I'll see. Because the embossing is just a bit short, so I can always use that for the envelope. And for the inside, see how the embossing is a bit short, so well, that can go on the envelope. For the inside, I can cut a piece off. I know. Let's do a piece of Night and Navy. Which is this one, which is what we cut the tree out of that one, right? So that was good. You can always use that. I'll put a bit of Night and Navy and some balmy blue for the inside. So I can use what I had for the outside, for the envelope. So I've got my envelope ready, envelope bit. And all these are scraps, right? Just use your scraps. I have a stash of scraps, so just use your scraps. 14.3. Somehow I just try to tie in all those colors. That's all I'm doing. So that's done. I like that these stars kind of, night sky and the Christmas theme, and it all worked. We can put a little bit of blending here. I'm just going very lightly in the Cajun crease, whatever was left on my brush. Oh, you've been sick? I'm so sorry, Rosie. Oh, because we missed you. Because normally it would have been there on Sunday. We had the class and we missed you. Are you better? Feeling a bit better? I can either put that one, which I had done, or we can fussy cut one. Now we have some trees that we can fussy cut. But we have these ones, which we fussy cut. We could even have them, which is quite cute. Just for something. Quite cute, I think, like that. If you are new to my channel and you're wondering why is she taking so long, this is a video with a process. So I just did not have a card in mind, so I just went with my thoughts for this one. And oh, I like that those little die cut, the fussy cut trees, they look cute. Oh, they are nice. Aren't they nice? They just finish a card off. It's got that nice you know, for the nice edge, and they give a nice look. And for we had for our envelope, we can use our fancy border. I had something else cut for the envelope, but that's okay. We can use this nice border because it coordinates well. And just we'll camouflage our little edge. So all we need, we don't need all that. So I can trim. Oh, that's not good, Rosie. 3 weeks is a long time. Not nice. All right. Put a little bit extra glue on this because this is like, because it's embossed, sometimes it needs a little bit extra addition. And then make sure, not like what I did, make sure it's stuck on the right way. And make sure it's got enough. Just all right, we are done. They can go. This paper is so stunning. Right, so that's our card. I mean, I feel like it, or you might change, but this was following the color palette at Color Throwdown. It had like a rust color, and I just picked, you can use whatever colors you have. I just was inspired with those colors, thinking, okay, it looks like Catherine Craze, Balmy Blue, and Night of Navy. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and like maybe share what you create, maybe inspired by this colors or the design. Thank you. Thanks very much. And I hope to see you back again soon. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye bye.